Hi, good day. Today we want to talk about introduction of crypto mining. Why I get paid with mining? As we know, when we want to proceed a cryptocurrency transactions in between two persons, there is a transaction records. This is where all the mining rigs doing. For example, some mining rigs is owned by one person, and also multiple rigs owned by one person too. Whenever one of the mining rigs hit a block, they will get the block rewards. Right? So every block gap time for different coin is different. For BTC is around 10 minutes, for ETH is around 14 seconds. For block rewards also different among all coins. Now we go to the introduction of cryptocurrency mining. As we know, the first component that's very important in cryptocurrency mining is rig or machine. This is the picture of the rig or machine. Basically, the mining machine separate to two very important or two very major category. The first one is ASIC, which we call ASIC mining machine, and the other one is the GPU mining machine, which is the graphic processing unit mining machines. The second one will be crypto wallet, or in the full name of cryptocurrency wallet. We need the wallet to do the transactions. The wallet will contain an address that you need to receive or you need to send the cryptocurrency. Basically, there are three cryptocurrency wallets. The first one is trading platform wallets. The second one will be hot wallets. The third one will be cold wallet. The third one will be the mining software, or we call miner. These are the software using in the operating system to run the mining process. The one that we very familiar will be T-Rex, Team-Red Miner, MV Miner, and Low Miner. Also have the others very famous miner, which I don't include here. The fourth one will be pool, mining pool. The famous mining pool that we have here is two miners, Ethermine, F2 pool, also the others. And the last one will be operating system. For example, Windows or Linux. Okay, these are 5 components which are very important in cryptocurrency mining, which are mining machine, cryptocurrency wallet, miner software, pool, and operating system. Let's go to in very simple example. For example, the first one, you need to get a GPU mining rigs, and then you run or boot the Hive OS system. The Hive OS system is a Linux system, and then you are using T-Rex miner to do the mining process, which as I mentioned just now, the T-Rex miner is a software, and then the mining process will do all the mining, and then the coin will be paid inside the pool. So you need to do the setting mining in Ethermine pool. Right now the example that we use here is Ethermine, and then whenever the mining coin is reached the payout limits, then the pool will pay all the mining rewards into your wallet. Whenever you want to turn the reward into fiat currency, then you need to transfer the coin from your hot wallet to trading platform wallets. And last one, when you get your coin turned into fiat currency, then you need to consider whether you need to invest a new rig or you want to use the money as it is. Okay, right now we go through GPU mining rigs introductions. The first one will be motherboard. The second one will be main components. The third one will be graphic processing unit, GPU, which we call graphic cards, frame and casings, power supply units, and also the other accessories, which is maybe not necessaries inside the mining rigs. For motherboard, basically we separate into two. The first one will be normal motherboards, which is MATS, ATS, or ITS motherboard. This motherboard you can buy all around in internet, or you can buy it in computer shop. And then the second one will be riserless motherboard. What it means by riserless motherboard, because you can direct plug your GPU into the PCIe slot without using the riser. This is what we call riserless motherboard. And then you need the others very important components, which we call main component, that you need to run on the motherboard in order for your system to work. Okay, the first one will be processing unit, the second one will be the CPU fan, the third one will be RAM, the last one will be hard disk drive, or so-called we call it SSD, or you can even use your pen drive to run your OS system. Basically, we separate the graphic processing unit to few types, which is single fan, double fan, triple fan, or blower fan. Okay, these fan numbers will basically decide whether the cooling efficiency for the cards. The next one will be frame or casing. Okay, the first one will be open style frame, and the second one will be closed style, which is casing. So these are the two common types of frame or casing. Then we have power supply units. Here we have ATS power supply and also modular ATS power supply. Why we mention ATS? Because in mining world, we only using ATS power supply, because whenever power supply like ATS or smaller type of power supply, they don't have so much power to provide enough power to the graphic cards to run the mining process. So whenever you are using power supply for mining rigs, as you can get from normal IT shop, it will be ATS power supply or modular ATS power supply, which normally we call power supply lah. Alright. Then we have mining power supply, also server power supply. Okay, these are the other two categories that we not often see in our IT shop. And then the last one will be accessories. Accessory is very depends on your environment. Some environment they don't even need cooling fan. Okay, so this is the reason why we put the cooling fan in accessories. And then we also have various cables like splitter cables for 8 pins, and then we also have splitter cable for 6 pin. Alright, this is what we call various cable. Some mining rigs they don't even use cables. They were directly using the original cable from the power supply to the graphic cards, so they don't need to use any cables, any extra cables. This is what I mean. Alright, the last one will be the risers. Okay, some of the mining rig they don't need riser, so this is the reason why I put riser under accessory. Okay. Okay, the second one will be wallet. Okay, as you can see, if you want to cash out very often or casually, then you need to use trading platform wallet. Alright, whenever you seldom doing the cash out, then maybe you can use hot wallet, because the wallet is not buy into the trading platform, so it is much more safer. Whenever you want to do the cash out, as I say, you need to transfer to trading platform wallet and then you turn into the fiat. Alright. Lastly, if you want to do the saving without doing any cash out, then you can keep it in cold wallet. Okay. The same methods, you can keep all the coins in hot wallet first and then transfer it periodically to your cold wallet, and then you keep it. Alright. The third one is about pool. What we want to know about pool, because it will determine what is the actual profit that we want to get from the pool. Alright. For example, there are a lot of the mining machine in the world. Okay. Some people they have one machine, so maybe the hash rate is around 1 gigs. Okay. For second example, there are a lot of people, maybe 6 people, they have 10 gigs of hash rate. Okay. And then the third group, they have 15 people, they have 100 gigs. Okay. Definitely they have a lot of the mining machine, but I cannot put the pictures here. Alright. Okay, this is the mode, what we call mode. Okay, the first one, he is doing solo, means that he is doing the mining himself or herself. The second one is pool A, means that the pool A having the hash rate is lower, and then the third one will be pool B, which the hash rate is higher. So we take 3 examples here. What is the advantages for the different modes? The first mode is, the advantages for the first mode is, whenever the mining machine hit the block, the full block rewards will giving to this person. Okay, and then the pool A, which is the smaller pool, the block reward will divide according to the miner hash rate. Okay, so if you have less miner, then whenever you hit the block, whenever the pool A hit the block, the reward is higher because the miner hash rate is lower. Alright, now pool B, even though pool B having the better hit rate because the network hash rate is higher, right? But because of the pool is bigger, means the block reward is lower compared to pool A. Alright, let's talk about the disadvantages. Because the hash rate for the solo is much more lower, means he going to have a difficult to hit the block. Alright, for pool A, the hit rate is higher than solo. Okay, but it's definitely not so stable compared to pool B. So for pool A, the profit sometimes can be higher, sometimes it will not. Alright, but definitely better than solo because you are grouping, right? So the hitting rate is higher compared to solo. So the disadvantages for pool B is the reward will become lower, but it is stable because they have a high hit rate. Alright, so if you want to check the best pool, you can always go to poolwatch.io. Okay, operating system. There are two operating systems. The first one is Windows, the second one is Linux. The first one is you need to use MSI Afterburner to overclock and underclock the GPU. As you know, if you want to run the mining, you need to overclock and underclock the GPU to maximize your hash rate. You cannot run the stock core speed when you're doing the mining. It is not efficient. Alright. The second one is the GPU limit can be identified more quickly. Whenever you are using the MSI Afterburner to do the overclock, okay, when you hit the limit of the GPU, means that you during the core speed, the core clock or the memory clock, when you over the limit of the GPU, the driver will crash or the Windows will crash. Okay, then immediately you know what is the limit for the GPU. Okay, the third one, the driver installation will be manual. Yes, the driver for each GPU you need to install manually. Okay, and for the same GPU, same driver, you are having the issue to crash due to driver issue. So it can happen anytime during your mining process. So it can be tedious for your troubleshooting. Okay, so whenever there is a crash due to the driver issue, then you need monitor, mouse and keyboard to check what is the issue. So for Windows mining rigs, normally they need to have monitor, mouse and keyboard beside it to monitor. Else you need to use the switching hardware. Then your multiple rigs can share one set of monitor, mouse and keyboard. Okay, and then the last one is the only things that you need to pay is the Windows license. Okay, yeah, we know some of the miner software they did charge the fees when you're doing the mining, but it is same for you whether you want to use Windows or use the Linux based system. All miners they will charge depends on the coin and depends on what miners you use. So I don't state it here because for the both operating system here they did charge, so it's make no difference. Alright, and then for Linux system, the driver installation is automatically at first boot. Means that the driver installation for 8 GPU on your mining rigs or 12 GPU on your mining rigs, you will automatically install at your first boot. Alright, and then the second one, you need to pay for the system based on your rig quantity. Yes, for Linux system, because of the for the OS system like Hive OS and Rough OS, they are maintained or developed by a team. Okay, they need you to pay for them to survive. Okay, but according to their info, if you are using 1 rigs, it is free. Some of the OS they even give free up to 3 rigs, so you can always browse through their website to get more info. And then the third one, you can remote control via your mobile phone app. Means that you can install an app like Hive OS to overclock or underclock your GPU. Okay, and fourth, you do not need monitor, mouse and keyboard to operating the mining software because you can always control by your phone, or you can control by the other computer that link to internet. Alright, because when you're doing the first boot, the mining rigs already connect to the internet, so you can control through the other computers. Okay, the last one is your setup is easy and fast when you're using Linux, but for new miner it can be tough. As you can know, all of us is very familiar with Windows only, right? If you want a new miner that only used to Windows, to try Linux is not so easy. But I can say when you want to use Hive OS, it's rather much more easy compared to Windows. Normally it takes only 30 minutes, up to 45 minutes to set up a new mining rigs. Okay. In summary, if you are a home miner which you cannot isolate the noise, go straight for open style mining rigs. Because you know, if you are using casing mining rigs, the fan noise is much more higher compared to open style mining rigs. Because when you are using open style mining frames, the heat dissipates to your ambient freely. But when you are using casing, you need the fan blow in the fresh air and also extract out the hot air from the casing. So the fan need to be much more high speed compared to open style mining rigs. So the noise is come from there. Alright. The second one is wallet. As a new miner, always start with the trading platform wallets. As your income not that huge yet, you still got time to react. Alright. As you can see here, whenever you want to cash out, the trading platform wallet is always your first choice. Alright. So for your first start, use trading platform wallet. Okay. The last one is operating system. If you are not a geek, always go for Linux based OS first, because they are always the last choice for the others. Okay, trust me. If you are using Windows right now, or you are not using any software yet, the last choice for you always is Linux based OS, because you can control and monitor through your mobile phone. Okay, you don't need to go there and then use the mouse and keyboard and monitor to check what is the problem having there. Okay, for example, I'm using Luno for my trading platform wallets and Hive OS for my operating system. Okay, alright, this is for today. Thank you. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. If you don't mind, please click the bell button to set a reminder for you. Okay, thank you very much.